4 climate protesters who disrupted one of the biggest races during the UCI World Championships have been found guilty of breach of the peace. At Falkirk Sheriff Court, 3 activists from a campaign group were admonished, 1 left with a £250 fine. Brandon Cook reports.
Katrina Roberts, Ben Taylor, Romain Moulin and Rebecca Kerr arrived at Falkirk Sheriff Court this morning to stand trial on allegations of breach of the peace. The prosecution alleged that the climate activists chained themselves together by the neck and glued themselves to the ground, blocking the UCI World Championships men's elite race as it was set to pass through Stirlingshire on the 6th of August. The Crown called 3 witnesses, all serving police officers. The first described receiving a radio report of 4 people in bushes on the B818 near Fintry. The officer said they stood out from other spectators. He said that he felt they looked dishevelled and got the impression that they may have been sleeping rough. When engaged, he said that they acted in a calm manner. He said that they then sat back on the road, chained themselves together with a bike lock and glued themselves to the road. In total, the cycling race was delayed for around an hour. All 4 from the protest group This Is Rigged accepted they committed the act, but argued it didn't constitute a breach of the peace. 3 of the accused took the stand as their own defence. One, Ben Taylor, compared his actions and the group's to that of the suffragettes. To that, the sheriff replied, but they were all convicted and none were acquitted using the argument of act now. All 4 were found guilty of breach of the peace, but the 3 women were admonished as it was their first offence. The man was fined £250 due to having multiple similar offences and breaching bail. Outside, they gave their reaction.
I believe that being admonished is a surefire signal that we were not seen to be committing a violent offence, we were being peaceful, and that the extent of our actions was taken into account. I don't think that the only reason we were admonished is simply because it was my first offence, or our first offence.
Brandon Cook, STV News at Falkirk Sheriff Court.